Did you know that over 500 hours of content is uploaded to YouTube every single minute? That is 30,000 hours of content per hour. There are 2 billion viewers on YouTube, of which there are 37 million channels. Of those 37 million channels, an extraordinary 22,000 have over 1 million subscribers. Just get your head around those figures for a moment. This week, I got a phone call from Karina at the channel Here We Tow. And Karina said to me, "Did you give your permission to a channel to use your footage from Dusseldorf of the electric motorhome?" And I said, "No, I know nothing about it." And to cut a long story short, what has happened is that a large tech channel on YouTube has taken my footage from Dusseldorf 2019 with the first electric motorhome. They've deconstructed that footage and then they've re-edited it, put it back together with a different voiceover, and now they've put it up as a video. And in the 4 weeks it's been on their channel, it's earned them well over $200. That is without my knowledge, without my permission, without my consent. Now then, what's really interesting here, folks, is there is something in copyright called fair use, and I've used it myself, where if you want to refer to somebody else's video or refer to a piece of music or something, as long as that clip is under sort of 10 seconds is the sort of amount that's sort of agreed on informally. And as long as obviously it doesn't make up the basis of your video, that's permitted without having to seek permission. Generally, if I can, I will seek permission because I'm just that kind of a guy. But yeah, you have a fair use policy. So if the segment is under 10 seconds, generally, you don't need to seek permission from the copyright holder. Now then, to put in a copyright claim against this channel who are making money out of the content that I have made, me, just a little person, one man on his own, one man and his dog. To put in a copyright claim against these people, there are ways of doing this on YouTube. Obviously, the quickest and most effective way is the automatic way, where YouTube uses their bots to check the footage against each other. They can see that you put yours up first and boom, the other one just comes straight down. Now, of course, the bots are programmed not to worry about the fair use policy. So basically, if the section is under 10 seconds long, or it's not the entire video that's been copied, you can't use the automatic process. You have to go through the manual process. You have to jump through hoops. I'm still trying to get through all the help forms and all the bits on the back end of YouTube to see how I can take this further. And it looks like I'm going to have to do it the manual way when I can eventually work out how I can report this and this sort of thing. Once again, I invite you to consider 37 million channels and 500 hours of content per minute going onto YouTube. I'm not holding out a lot of hope, and even if I do manage to get this video taken down, they've already made hundreds and hundreds of dollars on the back of my hard work anyway. And this tech channel, that is the basis of their channel, is by taking other people's footage, deconstructing it, reassembling it with some press footage, this, that and the other, putting a voiceover, and boom, they're making a lot of money out of that. And this is a real problem I find on YouTube. Another problem I'm having with YouTube at the moment is that the platform seems to favor clickbait and sensationalism. And if you are not into clickbait or sensationalism, which we are not, you generally get less of a good deal from recommendations and so on than people who don't respect their audience. I will not compromise on my respect for my audience. Therefore, I feel right now is a really good time to take a break from YouTube. And other reasons as well, folks. For example, I feel personally right now we're in the middle of another lockdown in the UK. Fortunately, not on this island. We're one of the very, very, very few islands in the UK where we're not locked down, but we're still on levels at the moment. We're on level 3 here. And I don't know about you, but I feel we've been given so much false hope over the past 12 months. And I think I may be speaking out of turn, but I feel I speak for many people in the UK where we are fed up with false hope, and it's reflected, I find, in the YouTube viewings. The viewings are down, subscribers are down, revenue is down, and that's not just my channel, that's across the board, because I think people are no longer daring to look forward to buying a caravan or anything like that, simply because I think people are now just waiting until we've got the green light. And trust me, folks, I think when we get the green light, when this lockdown is over, I think we are in for the most amazing season. I think people are just going to go bonkers. I think the sites will be bonkers. I think the roads will be bonkers. I think the trains will be bonkers. I think the transport industry may be caught with its trousers down, because suddenly demand will go from 0 to 200% overnight. So I really do feel we're in for a fantastic summer when the time comes. But I just think none of us dare hope to plan for when that summer might begin. Therefore, I feel it's a really good time now to take a break from YouTube until Easter. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to take a break till Easter and come back then fully refreshed. Hopefully, if it comes off, we've got 4 really good motorhome trips lined up. If it happens, I don't know when I'm going to get my caravan back. My Airstream is marooned in Germany. And travel, will I be allowed to go to Germany to go and get it? Will I be allowed to come back to the UK? And all these things. I've got so much on at the moment, folks. I'm decorating my house. As you know, there's just me. Many YouTube channels are run by couples. And even if they're not run by couples, if they're run by just one person, they've generally got someone else behind the scenes who's helping them out. I don't have that. I have some great friends who are supporting me, but I don't have anyone else. So everything from the shopping to the cooking to the cleaning up to the decorating to everything is on me, and I feel now is a really good time to take a break. So I come back Easter refreshed, ready to go, and look forward to your company then. As I say, I've also got this procedure to go through with YouTube to see if I can get any kind of comeback for this channel that has hacked my content. I actually spoke to my buddy James Popsis. He said there's a creator out there with over 500,000 subscribers. He's had his content hacked and he's powerless to do anything about it as well. So even some of these big hitters, it's affecting them as well. And the problem is, if YouTube does not do something about this soon, a lot of people are going to get very fed up with this and turn their back, because it's going to eat itself, because eventually there'll be no new content for these pirates to copy and scam. So I've got to focus on that. Some people have said, well, you should be grateful that your content was seen as quality enough to rip off. And I replied to that with, well, it's a bit like saying to someone who's just had £100 stolen out their wallet, well, you're lucky you can afford to carry that amount of cash around with you. So Yeah, it does feel a little bit like I've been mugged, even though it's my intellectual property and not my physical property. I do feel like I've been mugged, and I just need a bit of time and space to deal with it. In the meantime, those of you who have been kind enough to support the channel over the past few months, and you've done the buy me a coffee thing, keep an eye on your email inbox, because I will be doing something as a thank you to all those kind people who have done the buy me a coffee to support the channel. If you want to still do that, there's a link in the description below, and you will also get that invitation by email for what we're going to do to say thank you to all those who've bought us a coffee. So we'll be doing that. I'll still be doing my newsletter, so if you fancy keeping in touch via newsletter, again, the link to subscribe to that is in my description below. But don't worry, folks, we will be back in Easter. I do love making videos. I love sharing our life with you. I love hoping to show people what they can do. It's not about me, this channel. This is about you, what you can achieve, what you can do, because I am so ordinary that if I can do it, you can do it. So that's always my motivation, to show you some beautiful places and show you what you can do. This is nothing about making people feel like, you know, their lives aren't as good as mine. It's not about that. We'll be back in the Easter, fully refreshed. Might even have the lounge decorated by then, maybe, but that might take a bit longer. And then I might even know then when I can go and get my Airstream. So fingers crossed. We might even know by Easter. We might even start coming out the lockdown by then. You never know. So let's keep our fingers crossed, folks. So thanks for bearing with us. Don't go away. We will be back at Easter. So thank you for your support so far. This is the first huge break I'm having in 4 years since I left Eurostar. 4 years since I left Eurostar. And it's been a year since I moved to UIST. So it's all good. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching. Do give us a thumbs up and subscribe if you don't already, so that you can see when we come back. And it just leaves me to say, folks, from Dougal and from me, thank you for your support and thanks for tuning in. You looking forward to a break, Dougal? You looking forward to a break? You excited about nothing? Yeah, you excited? Yeah, no. He never smiles.